Let us now have our topic number 5, computing probability corresponding to a given random variable. Bago tayong magsimula, let us first recall our topic last time. Find the probability of the following events. So, we have 6 events. So, titingnan natin yung probability ng mga event na ito. Letter A, getting an odd number in a single roll of a die. Letter B, getting an ace when a card is drawn from a deck. Letter C, getting a number greater than 2 in a single roll of a die. Letter D, getting a red queen when a card is drawn from a deck. Letter E, getting doubles when 2 dice are rolled. And letter F, getting a sum of 5 or a sum of 9 when 2 dice are rolled. Let us answer. For letter A, the event of getting an odd number has 3 outcomes, 1, 3, or 5. Alam natin na ang isang dice, when we roll that, there are 6 possible outcomes kasi 6 yung number ng ating die. So, yung mga odd number doon, yun yung 1, 3, or 5. Ibig sabihin, possible na ang magiging outcome natin ay yung mga odd number na yan na 1, 3, or 5. So, merong 3 outcomes na kung saan lalabas yung mga numbers na yan. So, since there are 6 spaces, and sabi ko nga, the probability of getting an odd number is 3 over 6 or 3 out of 6 outcomes or 1/2. For letter B, the event of getting an ace when a card is drawn from a deck is 4. So, alam natin, yung ating ace or yung alas natin sa deck of cards ay 4. So, since there are 52 faces in a deck of cards, ibig sabihin yung probability natin na ang makukuha natin ay alas or ace ay 4 out of 52 outcomes. So, it is also 1 over 13 when we reduce to the lowest term. For letter C natin, the event of getting a number greater than 2 in a single roll of a die has a 4 outcomes. So, yung mga possible number kasi na greater than 2 ay 3, 4, 5, and 6. Since there are 6 spaces in a die, then the probability na ang makukuha natin ay greater than 2 ay 4 out of 6 or that is 2/3. For letter D, the event of getting a red queen when a card is drawn from a deck is 2. Kasi alam natin na there are just 26 red card at dalawa roon yung queen. So since there are 52 faces in a deck of cards, then the probability of getting a red queen is 2 out of 52 or 1 over 26. For letter E, the event of getting doubles when 2 dice are rolled has 6 outcomes. So ano yung mga sample space natin or outcomes doon? 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. So, since kapag nag-roll tayo ng dice or dalawang dice yung ni-roll natin, there are 36 outcomes na lalabas. So, yung probability na may lalabas na double ay 6 out of 36 outcomes or 1 over 6. Letter F, the event of getting a sum of 5 when 2 dice are rolled has 4 outcomes. Ano yung mga outcomes na yun? 1, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2. So, sa probability, ito ay 4 over 36 or 1 over 9. How about yung event of getting a sum of 9 when 2 dice are rolled? So, meron siyang 4 na outcomes din. Ito yung 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 6, at 6, 3. So, meron din siyang probability na 4 over 36 or 1 over 9. So, the probability of getting a sum of 5 or a sum of 9 when 2 dice are rolled, ito yung sa ating kasunod na sagot dun sa ating problem, letter F. So, probability of sum 5 or sum of 9. So, i-add lang natin yung dalawang probability natin, 4 over 36, doon sa ating probability of sum of 5, at 4 over 36 probability of sum of 9. So, that is equal to 8 over 36, or when you reduce that to the lowest term, that is equal to 2 over 9. Let's get into the lesson. Simulan natin ang ating lesson sa isang situation. Golden's Bakery is known for its famous Filipino delicacies. Among these foods, which is a native delicious food called kakanin, is a leche puto. The bake shop owner recorded the number of boxes of leche puto that were delivered each day. The number of boxes delivered per 10 days is shown in the table. So, ito po yung ating day 1 up to day 10. And the number of boxes or the boxes of leche puto that were delivered each day. So, punta tayo sa mga question. Letter A, what is the probability that 40 or more boxes will be delivered on a day? Letter B, what is the probability that the number of boxes delivered will be at least 37 but not more than 50. Letter C, what is the probability that at most 40 boxes will be delivered on a particular day? Letter D, find P of X is less than or equal to 45. Letter E, find P of 40 plus P of 50. So, para makuha natin ang ating probability, gamitin natin yung formula natin sa probability. Probability of the event is equal to the number of outcomes in the event. Kung saan ito yung value na kung saan yung hinihingi nating random variable all over the total number of outcomes in the sample space. So, to answer the given questions na ibinigay ko kanina, let X be the value of the random variable represented by the number of boxes of leche puto. So, the probability distribution is shown below. So, as you can see in the table, yung number of boxes natin, if you are going to go back to our last slide, yung number of boxes natin na 35 out of 10 days, 1 lamang yung outcome na kung saan yung number of boxes na 35 ay na i-deliver. And then, 37, yung number of boxes natin, ang probability nun ay 2 over 10 or 1 over 5. Sa 40, ang probability niya ay 1 out of 10 outcomes. 42, that's 2 over 10 or 2 out of 10 outcomes or 1 over 5. Sa 45, 3 over 10. Sa 50, 1 over 10. Sagutin natin yung letter A. The probability that 40 or more boxes will be sold in a particular day means probability of X greater than or equal to 40. This means that we are going to add P of X is equal to 40, P of X is equal to 42, P of X is equal to 45, and P of X is equal to 50. So that is P of 40 plus P of 42 plus P of 45 plus P of 50. Then we substitute the corresponding probability. So P of 40 is 1 over 10, P of 42 is 1 over 5, P of 45 is 3 over 10, and P of 50 is 1 over 10. So adding all of that, the probability is 7 over 10 or 0.7. So this is the probability that 40 or more boxes will be sold in a particular day. So punta tayo sa letter B. The probability that the number of boxes delivered will be at least 37 but not more than 50. So it means we are getting the probability of X greater than or equal to 37 but less than or equal to 50. So the values included here are the probability of 37, probability of 40, 42, and 45, and also 50. Then, substitute its corresponding probability. So, the probability of 37 is 1 over 5. The probability of 40 is 1 over 10. The probability of 42 is 1 over 5. P of 45 is 3 over 10. And P of 50 is 1 over 10. So, adding this one, the probability that the number of boxes delivered will be at least 37 but not more than 50 is 9 over 10. For letter C, the probability that at most 40 boxes will be delivered in a particular day means we are looking for the probability of X less than or equal to 40. So the value of X here are P of 40, P of 37, and P of 35. So we are going to add the probability of 40 plus probability of 37 plus the probability of 35. So substituting all the probabilities, 1 over 10 plus 1 over 5 plus 1 over 10 again. So our probability is 2 over 5 or 0.4. So solving for our letter D, find the probability of X less than or equal to 45. So ano ba yung mga probability na less than or equal to 45? So ito yung, of course, probability of 45 plus probability of 42 plus probability of 40 plus probability of 37 plus probability of 35. So substituting all the probabilities of that, 3 over 10 plus 1 over 5 plus 1 over 10 plus 1 over 5 plus 1 over 10. So we have the probability which is equal to 9 over 10 or 0.90. Another way of solving this, as you can see, lahat ng binigay na probabilities dito ay 5. Isa na lamang yung natitira. And we all know that in the property of probability, the total number of probabilities must be equal to 1 or the summation of the probabilities must be equal to 1. So, pwede nating i-minus yung 1 doon sa wala ditong hinahanap na probability. So, ang wala lang dito ay ang probability of 50. So, pwede nating i-minus yung 1 minus yung probability ng 50 which is 1 over 10. So, we are going to arrive on the same answer, 9 over 10. So, katulad ito nung sagot natin sa unang solution. So, any solution, pwede natin gamitin. It's up to you kung paano mo siya gagawin. Basta ang mahalaga, tama yung magiging answer natin. For letter E, we are going to find the probability of 40 plus probability of 50. So that is 1 over 10 plus 1 over 10. So the answer is 2 over 10 or it is 1 over 5 or 0.10. I-apply na natin yung ating natutunan in our example. So we are going to deal with the number of cell phones. The number of cell phones sold per day at Gadget Zone has the following probability distribution. So ito po yung mga bilang ng cellphone na naibenta. So 0, ang probability niya ay 0.15. So pag may naibentang isa, ang probability niya ay 0.10. Dalawa, 0.25. Tatlo, 0.30. At kung ang number ng cellphone ng naibenta ay 4, ang probability niya ay 0.20. So, hahanapin natin, number 1, probability of X greater than or equal to 2. Mataas o equal sa 2. Ano daw yung probability nun? Number 2, ano ang probability ng X natin na mas mababa o equal sa 3? Number 3, ano ang probability ng X na mataas sa 1 pero equal sa 1 at mababa sa 4 o equal sa 4? Or in English, what is the probability of X greater than or equal to 1 but less than or equal to 4? Number 4, find the probability of 2 plus probability of 4. So sa una, number 1, what is the probability of x greater than or equal to 2? So ang ating hinahanap dito ay P of 2 plus P of 3 plus P of 4. So we are going to add the probabilities of that. So ang solution natin, ang probability of 2 natin ay 0.25. Probability of 3 is 0.3. Probability of 4 is 0.2. So ang ating sagot sa number 1 ay 0.75. For number 2, hinahanap natin ang probability ng x less than or equal sa 3. So ang ating i-add ay ang probability of 3 plus yung mababa sa kanya, probability of 2 plus probability of 1 plus probability of 0. So ang solution natin, 0.3, that is the probability of 3, 0.25, probability of 2, 0.10, probability of 1, 0.15, probability of 0. So adding all of that, we have 0.80 probability. For number 3, we are looking for the probability of x greater than or equal to 1 but less than or equal to 4. So ang ating ipag-add or ating pagsasamahin dito ay ang probabilities ng 1, 2, 3, at 4. So solution natin, probability of 1, 0.10, probability of 2, 0.25, probability of 3, 0.3, probability of 4, 0.20. So ang sagot natin sa number 3, 0.85. Sa number 4, we are going to find the probability of 2 plus probability of 4. So ang probability of 2 natin, base sa ating probability distribution ay 0.25. Ang probability of 4 naman ay 0.20. So solving for that, our answer is 0.45. Let's think again. So the number of absences naman ang ating pagtutuunan ng pansin ngayon. These are the monthly absences of student based on his class advisor presented in probability distribution below. So ang x natin or yung number of absences sa isang buwan, 0. Ang probability niya ay 1 over 10. Kapag isa naman, 3 over 10, pag dalawa, 3 over 10, pag tatlo, 1 over 10, and pag apat, 1 over 5. So letter A, hanapin natin ang probability that the number of absences is less than 3. For letter B, what is the probability that the number of absences is at least 2 naman? And letter C, what is the probability that the number of absences is greater than 1 but less than 4? So sagutan natin yung ating number 1, probability of absences less than 3. So it's the same as P of x less than 3. So dahil less than 3 siya, that is probability of 2, probability of 1, at probability of 0. So ang solution natin, the probability of 2 is 3 over 10. Probability of 1 is 3 over 10 also. Probability of 0 is 1 over 10. So meron tayong probability of 7 over 10. This is the probability of absences less than 3. For number 2, probability of absences at least 2. So katulad yan ng P of x greater than or equal to 2. So para makuha natin yung probability, i-add natin ang probability of 2 plus probability of 3 plus probability of 4. Kasi dapat yung kukunin nating probability ay mula sa 2 and above. So solution natin, P of 2 is 3 over 10, P of 3 is 1 over 10, P of 4 is 1 over 5. So ang total niyan ay 5 over 10 or 1/2. For number 3, probability of absences greater than 1 but less than 4. or it is P of X greater than 1 but less than 4. So, ang greater than 1 natin ay ang P of 2 at less than 4 natin ay P of 3. So, we are going to add P of 2 or probability of 2 plus P of 3 or probability of 3. So, substituting the values of probability, P of 2 is 3 over 10, P of 3 is 1 over 10. So, ang total niya ay 4 over 10 or 2 over 5. So, ito yung value ng probability natin. So, that's the end of our lesson. Our reference, Pivot 4A Calabarzon, Statistics and Probability.